Let's be real for a second. Have you ever stared down a big goal, a project, or even just something on your to-do list and felt, well, nothing? You know you should do it. Heck, you might even want to do it. But that spark? It's just not there. It is one of the most frustrating feelings, and today we're going to take it apart and figure it out.
We've all been there, right? Staring at a blank screen, or the gym equipment, or whatever it is. Just waiting. We're waiting for that magical bolt of lightning, that sudden surge of inspiration to just hit us and carry us forward. But what if I told you that waiting is the one thing that's actually holding you back?
And hey, you're not alone in this. Not by a long shot. We're kind of taught to think of motivation as this mysterious force that just shows up when it feels like it. But that whole way of thinking, it's a trap. It makes us passive. We become victims of our own moods, just sitting around hoping for a good day instead of going out and actually creating one.
So, this is where we totally flip the script on motivation. The myth we're all told is that it's just a feeling, a lightning strike we can't control. But the truth? Motivation isn't the cause of action, it's the effect. It's not something you find laying around. It's something you build. It's an engine, and you can build it yourself piece by piece.
So how do we build this engine? Well, the method is called predictable success, and you can think of it like a blueprint for creating this awesome, self-sustaining cycle of genuine internal drive. What it boils down to is this: predictable success is all about engineering a victory. It's the deliberate act of setting yourself up for a win, no matter how small it seems. See, it's not about trying to find motivation to do the really hard thing. It's about doing an easy thing and letting the success from that generate the motivation you've been looking for. And you gotta notice the order here. This is key. Motivation is step 3. It's the output, not the input. You start with a tiny, conquerable goal, something you know you can do. Then you do it. You succeed. And that success, that little jolt of, hey, I did it, that's what creates a little chemical reaction in your brain that we feel as motivation.
So the first part of this engine is something we call the competence ladder. And it's all about building belief in yourself, one tiny little rung at a time.
So instead of staring up at this giant, intimidating mountain you have to climb, we're just going to focus on a single, manageable step. The secret here is to break down those huge goals into laughably small actions. These are what we call microachievements, and they're the absolute building blocks of confidence.
And when I say small, I mean truly small. Don't think I'm going to learn Spanish. No, just learn to say hello. Don't master Photoshop. Learn one single keyboard shortcut. Don't try for 100 push-ups, just do one. The point isn't the task itself. It's about the simple act of completion. It's about collecting proof for yourself that you actually follow through.
And here's where it gets really cool. These tiny wins, they don't just happen in a vacuum. They build on each other. And they start this powerful chain reaction that literally ripples through your entire mindset. It all starts with one small, controlled victory that you designed for yourself.
And that feeling of competence, it starts to bleed into other parts of your life, boosting your overall self-belief. Which then gives you that genuine, earned belief that, yeah, you actually can tackle those bigger goals. You've built this foundation of success, so the next step up just doesn't seem nearly as scary.
Okay, let's move to the second key component which works hand in hand with competence. This is the autonomy advantage. It's not just about winning, it's about getting to choose the game you play.
You know, when you're the one calling the shots, choosing the challenge, setting the pace, your engagement just skyrockets. It's that mental shift from feeling like you have to do something to feeling like you get to do it. That sense of control, of personal agency, is an incredibly powerful motivator that just fuels you from the inside out. It really taps into a fundamental human need to be the author of your own story.
This quote just nails it. Predictable success makes you the architect of your own growth. You're not waiting around for inspiration anymore. You are the architect. You're designing your own blueprint of small, guaranteed wins, and you're building your momentum brick by brick.
Okay, so theory is great, but let's make this real. How can you start building this motivation engine, like right now, in the next 5 minutes? Here's your playbook.
Okay, first, just pick one thing, anything. Maybe it's tidying your desk or replying to that one email you've been putting off. Second, shrink it. Don't tidy the desk, just put one single piece of paper away. Don't write the email, just write the subject line. Seriously, make it so easy it feels ridiculous not to do it. And third, and this is the most important part, do it right now. And remember, as you're doing this, it has absolutely nothing to do with the piece of paper or the email subject line. The real purpose here is to practice the skill of success. It's about consciously engineering a win just to kickstart that motivation engine.
So that leaves us with one final thought. Forget about waiting for motivation to strike. Instead, ask yourself this. What is the first tiny, ridiculously achievable win that you are going to architect for yourself right now? The engine is waiting. All you have to do is turn the key.